Hi, my name is Chris McMullan and I am the drummer in the Bonnevilles and Cursed Sun. I've played in many bands like Senescence, The Childish Thoughts, and that's all I can remember.
You're not the only innocent here.
I have been playing drums since I was 16, which is about 19 years now. And I initially got into drums through my dad. He was a show band drummer, and so there was always a drum kit in the house. But it was really through my brothers. I've got 4 older brothers who all listen to lots of music and lots of heavy metal. So it was through them that I got into liking that kind of style of music that had drums in it, and I literally just one day got really big into Metallica and wanted to be able to know how to play Sad But True. I was like, I'm going to play that on drums. So I went to my dad and asked, could I start playing his drum kit? And he said yes. So I started playing in bands basically right at the start when I started playing drums, learning to play drums so I could do basic drum beats. My brother played in a garage punk band called The Childish Thoughts, and they had arranged like three gigs with a Belgian band called the Andrew Surfers, and the gigs were coming up, and they thought they should get a drummer. My brother was like, oh, my younger brother started playing drums, let's get him in. So I started playing with those guys, which was a bit mental because I was only 16 at the time, and those guys were all quite a lot older. And I remember one of the stories was at the start playing with them was I didn't drink or anything when I was 16. I was a good boy. I didn't start drinking until I was 18. And the best story was the guitarist, when we were after one of the gigs, he was trying to give me what do you call it, speed. And I was like, oh no, I don't do any of that there. And he's like, oh, it's okay, it's fine. It's like taking 3 cups of coffee. And it's just something that's always stuck with me. So my biggest drumming influences, the first one I always think of is Joey Jordison from Slipknot, and it was just because it was the first band that I really got into drumming wise. You know, there was just something about that band and the drummer that just draw me to them. And I remember it was actually one of my first ever gigs. It was my first proper ever gig. I went to see Slipknot and in the Odyssey, and still remember the bass drum just hitting your heart, and there's just something about Joey that it's just his drumming it was just awesome. And he's not the most technical drummer or anything like that, but it's just the whole package was for Joey. So he was always my number one. If I get asked who's your favorite drummer, it's always him. But there's so many others, you know. There's always the classics, but more recently I'd be really into Ash Sohan, who he's just so groovy. He's the best halftime shuffle drummer I've ever seen, and so that's Ash. And then the other one would be Mike Johnston. I've been really into him the past few years because just his whole production, how he shows himself, how he shows his videos and all his recordings. It's just the production on them are perfect. His drum kit always sounds lovely, and he's just really nice at doing drum beats with like jazzy rolls, and so it just makes it look so easy. Then I would have from a more technical point of view, it would be Thomas Lang. this guy, whenever I started playing drums, I really wanted to play double bass just because it was in the metal, and got into watching videos and books of him. I've got loads of books of Thomas Lang stuff just because of his feet technique, and he's just technically amazing. He's a machine. And then I would say the drummer that I would like to grow up to be would be Paul Jean Gaster from Clutch, because he just has everything. I just love listening to Clutch, and when you hear the drum kit, it sounds like a drum kit, and it's impossible to learn any of their songs because every verse, every chorus is different, because he just goes with the feel of the song. He's amazing. The best thing about playing drums and being in bands, well, it's definitely not the money, because there is no money in it, but it's just the people. It's definitely the people you meet. We've been so many places all around the world, and you just get to meet the most amazing people, no matter what country you're in, and they're always humble and they're always inviting, and so it's the people, even including the fans, and also the musicians you meet. There's not many musicians out there that are RC. The RC ones, you just ignore them anyway, so that's it. Okay, a record that every drummer should hear. Well, I'm a big heavy metaler, so I would say my favourite drumming album is going to be Through the Ashes of Empires by Machine Head. Dave McLean's drumming on that is just awesome, and it's just different. That's my favourite. But I do think totally different style is, there's a band I love called Left Lane Cruiser, and they got an album called Claw Machine, and I love their drumming. Just again, it's just because of the sound. It just sounds like a drum kit. You know, where I talked before about Dave McLean and Machine Head, it's all triggered and, you know, production and all, whereas there's another side to enjoying drums where you actually hear the drums and how they're supposed to sound, and that would be Claw Machine.